Just as they looked for a way out, they searched the lighthouse and found a hidden passage behind a bookshelf. It led them to a dark, underground tunnel. The tunnel was cold and damp, and the walls were covered in strange symbols. The children followed the tunnel, hoping it would lead them back to the beach. As they walked, they heard footsteps behind them. They turned around, but there was no one there. The footsteps grew louder and faster, and the children realized they were not alone. Finally, they reached the end of the tunnel and found themselves in a hidden cave. Inside the cave was a glowing crystal, and around were ancient artifacts. The whispers they had heard earlier were now louder and clearer. They realized that the island was once home to an ancient civilization that had vanished long ago. The whispers were the spirits of the people who had lived there, trying to protect their secrets from outsiders. The children decided they had seen enough and needed to leave the island. They made their way back to the boat, but the journey was not easy. The waves were rougher than before, and the sky was filled with dark clouds. Just as they were about to reach the shore, a massive storm rolled in. Lightning struck the water, and the boat was tossed around like a toy. In the midst of the storm, the children saw a figure standing on the shore. It was the old fisherman who had warned them about the island. He waved at them, signaling for them to come closer. With all their strength, they rowed towards him, and he helped them pull the boat onto the beach. As they sat on the shore, catching their breath, the fisherman smiled and said, "I told you it wasn't a place for children." The children nodded, realizing how lucky they were to have made it back. They promised never to speak of what they had seen on Whispering Shadows Island. From that day on, the children never returned to the island, but they always remembered the adventure they had. They knew that some mysteries were better left unsolved, and some places were best left alone.